Hi there. My name's Leslie Veld, and this is my sketch for from yesterday. Just a little bit. I just did this yesterday, kind of like late afternoon. And kind of didn't really do a video after then because just getting dinner ready and everything. But yeah, I kind of got it done. Sketch was turns out pretty alright, you know. There's a few things going into it. The photo size was actually a lot. The photo reference is a lot bigger, but I kind of put it down to more of an A. Put it kind of focus more on a square. Um, Kind of just a bit of like an insight. I usually get my reference. I usually get my references from Pinterest and then um put it into Photoshop and then just kind of say trying to get it into the right size so I can focus on like it's. I don't think there's anything wrong with just drawing from references. I think everyone draws from references, and honestly, um, you know, like honestly, if you don't really draw from reference, I don't think you really get like most of um the most out of your drawings if you don't have a reference. So this one is no different. Um, so a few things that I kind of did. So obviously, I wanted to focus more on like an A4 size. So if I ever had to go into like it just feels a little bit more neater if I try to draw it in the A4 size, and then to try to draw different sizes, because the problem is with doing different sizes is that the different sizes is that they tend to be like it's hard when you go into like doing like paintings and everything then and using the reference to do the line work, then it's a bit hard and you have to kind of like map everything. Well, it's just because it's a little bit more streamlined, I believe. Another thing, so getting to the piece, the rocks were kind of nice to do. I usually what I try to do is that I try to I start off usually just try to get the shapes in, or what shapes, like block all the shapes together. And then once I've done that, then I start adding the details. Now, one thing that I do also try to do is that I try to put as much detail to kind of give like a perspective. I try to put as much detail on the places where the camera is the closest. So like this is let's just say that we're standing like right here, and like these rocks were okay. So let's just say I was standing here. The pencil was standing here. This is where these rocks are here, like standing like at this distance, and then the normal rocks here are like from this distance, and then the trees up there is like more this distance. So it's the furthest away. So the trees is the furthest away. Second furthest is these rocks here in the waterfall, and then the closest would be the these rocks here. So what I end up in the tree. So what I do is that I try to put as much detail in the rocks that are closest, and then try to like put as less detail as it going back. So like say for instance, the trees are just a suggestion. They're just strokes, lines, and everything, and the shrubs there are just normal shrubs. While this is a little bit more like a okay, the trains and everything. Also one thing that was kind of interesting is that it looked like it was like underneath a cave, like a waterfall underneath a cave kind of thing. So I had to make this a lot darker to show that I was there. Like before, it wasn't that dark, and then my younger brother kind of pointed out to me. This is also another thing is that you can still actually take your work and still get suggestions from people. Because the thing is that like if you're drawing for a reference, you just give them the picture and you ask them what do you see and what do you think I was drawing, and if the answer is less if they can clearly see what you're drawing, doesn't matter what style. If they know what you're drawing, then the theory is that you've kind of got the right detail, kind of got the right idea. But if you draw something that has this, like if you draw something and it's supposed to look at like this, but they interpret it something different, then it's obviously something. There's a miscommunication. In other words, what you've drawn is not quite, there. So I find that's why I find sometimes just asking people showing my work sometimes to like my friends and family sometimes can help as well, because it's just like if they like it's more to do with like what questions you ask, really. Like, so if you just ask them, like I said before, like if you just ask them like, what do you, instead of asking them, oh, is this good or this is bad, just ask them, what do you see in this drawing? What do you see? Like, what do you see clearly? And if they answer the things that you are trying to draw, then mostly it's correct. Like, obviously you have to take some few things into account, but yeah, that's a good idea. A few other things. It's just the water here. I tried to draw it a little bit darker, but then I had to take it back a little bit with pencil because I thought it, like it just, I felt like it just gravitated towards that. The rocks seemed like the right. I feel like I should have done some more textures, but like if I did more textures here, then I would have to add incredibly more textures here to kind of like. Also, just this would feel a bit weird because then like all the details would be there, and then this would have less details, and you'd be like, well, what's going on there? Another thing that was a little bit interesting was just trying to draw the waterfall. I'm not sure if it kind of is the way that it should be. I thought it was probably interesting just to draw it that way. If I had to do it again, maybe like less lines, but I thought it was alright. So yeah, so that's really just that one. Few updates on few updates. I've completed there's a bus painting I've completed, but I'm not gonna release it until I get some few things sorted. So I'm just getting that sorted. Plus, and the things I'm trying to get sorted my Buy Me a Coffee page, which I'm about to start, which is really exciting. It's gonna have some tier lists, everything. Obviously there's gonna be a big release, like it's gonna be a big announcement and a video announcement when it does get released. But until then, I was just bashing out all the details. You can actually search it, but I'm not gonna put out the link unless I've got everything done. If you do end up if you do end up finding it, just note that not all the things are done yet. So um so yeah, what else is happening? I'm just pretty much that, like, and just trying to get everything done before everything gets before we come out of lockdown, because there's been a lot of talk. At By the time I'm making this video, there's a lot of talk that things are gonna open up, so I might not have as much time as it to do all the drawings I need to do. So I'm just trying to get as much done as I can before things open up again. Eventually, hopefully, I can, when I come back to work, I can find like a balance between drawing and doing art and working. But until then, I'm just gonna have to just smash as much as I can out. So yep, this is gonna be posted on my Instagram. Links will also be in the Instagram as well. Always follow. That's for free. And like and subscribe and share all the usual fun things you would do. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one.